Hey, Trinitech. What's up, man? We're here on YouTube. We're here on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? We're just getting started on the other platforms right now. But we're about to get started here. Yep, multi-streaming outside. You know I'm always with the suits, Trinitech. All right. We're about to be set on Instagram and TikTok here. We're on Facebook as well. And we'll be good to go after that. All right. Let's go ahead and get set here on TikTok. Hope everybody's been doing well. We got some things to talk about today. Yeah, definitely gotta paint it. There was a ton of rain that came in the day after I welded it. So I really couldn't do much about that to stop it from rusting that time. What's up, Ethan? What's up, Gerardo? All right, we're live on TikTok. Now we just got Instagram, and then we're good to get started. But the good thing is the surface level. It's just surface level rust, because to be honest with you, it can only be surface level with how quick it's been. You know, it's only been a few days it's been out here with rain. So the good thing is, you know, by the time before it even gets to a point where it'll be really deep rust, we'll of course already have that sorted. Because I actually haven't welded in it in a few days. You saw I'm frozen on Facebook. What's up, Tac Tricks? I think I gotta switch this phone on Instagram over to Wi-Fi because it is not working there. We'll get started here in a second, guys. No frozen anymore? Okay, cool. Yeah, let me just switch this phone over to Wi-Fi so we can get the Instagram started as well. You're in Central Florida, mobile home leveling and anchoring. Oh, okay. Hey, much respect to you, man. I really respect that type of work you do. The world needs that. You said stay safe. Of course, promise. Of course. I will always stay safe. I'll do my part. Do my part to stay safe. Just bear with me here, guys. We go live on a lot of things because I always want as many people to see this as possible. I'm excited for the day you turn on Mark 4.5. It'll be a momentous occasion. Exactly. I'm so excited as well. Because I mean, even the little test runs that we're gonna do. Yeah, it's been raining a lot, Giovanni. Thank you, Giovanni, for pinning the cash up. I appreciate you, man. It's been raining a ton. In fact, right after I welded these two tanks together, or three of them now, the rain just started coming in and it didn't stop. So like I didn't even have time to cover it up, stop it from rusting. And much love to Mississippi on Facebook. What's up, Chris? I didn't even have time to cover it up. Like I said, the rust is just surface level, no big deal. But ideally, I would have liked it not to rust because now I'm just going to have to grind that off when I want to go and paint it or weld some more. But it is what it is at this point. You said you're so proud of me. Thank you, Just Jay. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I'm very excited for this machine. In fact, I want to make sure everybody can see in the shot what the machine is kind of looking like right now. So I'm gonna move over a little bit on all the platforms so you can see what we got going. And of course, we're gonna explain what you're looking at in a second here. What's up, guys, on Instagram? So right now, what's been happening is we haven't welded in a few days because when the last time we welded, we finished welding all 3 tanks together, right? All 3 propane tanks, and then it started raining like crazy. You can look at the weather behind me; it's very muggy. So it's been raining nonstop, and I haven't had the opportunity to weld anymore because you're not going to weld in the rain if you're even a slight bit intelligent, right? So we have had some rust set in, unfortunately, but it's okay. It's just surface level rust. It's nothing we can't just grind off. Eventually, of course, we will paint this. We got $5 on Cash App from Julia P. Thank you so much, Julia P, for the early stream donation. I appreciate you so much for your contribution to the project in history. So what you guys are looking at, and I was just getting to that. She said, proud of you and support your dream. Thank you so much, Julia. I was just getting to that, guys. Everything that you're seeing and looking at right now is thanks to your guys' donations. And I say that truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you, because it would have taken me so long to get to this point. You see these pipes on this reactor? These valves we have, those look small, but those things, like, each one of these is all pretty much together, like, $150, $150 pretty much. It's expensive stuff, but you guys make it always possible with your generous donations. Did you get hacked? Yeah, guys, I got hacked. I got hacked. Look, I know that we have VPNs. Thank you, Clark, for the donations on TikTok. I appreciate you for the roses. Listen, guys, I know there's VPNs everywhere, and you could say you're anywhere, but when I looked at my accounts, I got hacked by people. It said they were from Russia. Now, they might have had a VPN on. Who knows? But, man, let me tell you guys, that hacking situation was crazy. It wasn't crazy because I got hacked, okay? That happens. What was crazy was I have 2-factor authentication on every single thing. I can't even log into my own stuff without having my phone pop up and say, verify, is this you? You know? They hacked into every single email I have. We got $20 from Rocky. Rocky Moore and Company sent $20 on Cash App. Thank you so much, Rocky Moore and Company, for your contribution to the project into history. I appreciate you so much. Jess J, thank you for the donations on TikTok. Thank you, guys. So, these hackers, right? I'm just going to say they were Russian because they said they're from Russia. Maybe they weren't. Maybe they were. Maybe they weren't. Whatever. They got into every single one of my emails, even my emails that have nothing to do with me and NatureJab. Thank you for the donations on TikTok. What was your name? Thank you, Acreed, for the glasses. Thank you for the heart. Who donated the heart? Fungus. I have Face ID app, all that stuff. And they hacked into all of my things, and it never notified me that somebody was hacking into my stuff. Thank you for the heart dog on TikTok. I never got a single notification that somebody from Russia was trying to log into my stuff. We got $5 from Raphael Merced. Raphael Merced, thank you for the... Oh, it's $6. Thank you for the $6 donation on Cash App. I appreciate you. He said, do your thing, Brody. I appreciate you, man. So, yeah, like, they logged in, and then you guys, those of you that were here, you remember I was on stream when they hacked my stuff. They started to post on my story some crypto scam crap, right? And so then I had to go off stream to deal with it. I think it's an inside job because I'm telling you guys right now, I swear to you on everything, I can't even log into my own stuff without having to verify on like 2 different phones the day and click it and be like, yes, it's me. Yes, get the little phone verification text message and put it in the random number. They bypassed all of that on every single one of my emails, and I never even got a notification on any email, on any phone, that somebody was logging in from Russia. I can't even log in from the same state I'm in without it going crazy and giving me all these bing, 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 bing. Somebody's logging in. Somebody's logging in. These pricks came up here from across the world, literally, log into every single one of my bloody things, and I don't even get a trace. You guys had to tell me. You guys had to tell me they were logging in. I didn't even know. Right? So that's the crazy part. Like, okay, maybe they got me. I'm online. It's obvious, right? You're going to be a target when you're online and you do what you do. I understand that. But what I just don't get is that I put my trust in the 2-factor authentication, and it completely didn't work at all. It completely failed me. Absolutely. But it's okay. We got it sorted now. I got a way better security measure. I got a cybersecurity team, so it won't be happening again. But it was just certainly shocking. And I guess you could say, like, it really just changes your perspective, because it's like, dude, I really trusted these two-factor authentications to work. You guys saying don't show my backyard. Unfortunately, it's already all over the internet. So, yeah. And I already know that people can geotag and stuff. Like I said, unfortunately, it's kind of already too late. I'm just keeping it real. I wish it wasn't, but they already can find. If they want to find my backyard through whatever the geotagging AI stuff they have, it already is too late. Just keeping it real, because I've already shown my backyard for years now. You know. So unfortunately, we got $25 on Cash App from Philip. Philip, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate your contribution to the project and to history so much. Thank you, Philip, for the $25 on Cash App. Oh yeah, you dang right. You say stay strapped. Yeah, for they send the boogeyman, the Bali Yaga, over to my dang house. Got me messed up. For sure gonna stay strapped, because that, you know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. That's just crazy that you know, because look, when somebody hacks into your email, my phone, I had to get a whole new phone number, guys, because they have my phone number. They got dang random robots and craps calling my phone number. Some weird, like, just some nonsense, honestly, man. And I trusted Google. Look, Google failed me. Mark Zuckerberg failed me. TikTok China. The Chinese TikTok failed me. They got into every account I didn't even know. Memory, thank you for buying the badge on Instagram. I appreciate you so much. Thoughts on jazz music? I absolutely love jazz music. I love jazz so much. I think it's amazing music. I think certain types of genres of music do different things to the mind, and I think jazz is amazing for the mind. I also think bossa nova music from Brazil is very good on the mind too. But don't worry, guys. Look, let me tell you guys something right now. Okay? I know that I do these things, okay? I build these devices, I dress nice, I look like a nerd, I look little, you know, it might come off online. Big Philly, thank you for the badge on Instagram. Thank you so much, Big Philly. It might come off online like, oh, he's just, oh, he must be like, he doesn't know how to, you know, he's soft or whatever. But I assure you guys right now, if somebody ever tries me, you know what's gonna happen. I'll put it like that. I can't say certain words on live stream, but I'll tell you right now, I'm not a nice person when it comes to safety and the safety of my family and myself and stuff. I'm not nice with that, and that's just period. So, you know, people might try things, and I got a few cards up my sleeve as well. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, I know I look a certain way. You might think this. Oh, he's a little naive. Oh, he's 20. Trust me, guys. Trust me. I got stuff. I got some tools of the trade. I'll say it like that, okay? And of course, we gotta get that cybersecurity down as well. I got the team on that. But let's get to the reactor, okay? Because this is what they want. They want us to give them the attention. They want us to be over here talking about them. Screw them, wherever the heck they are. Maybe they're Russian. Maybe I don't know. It said I got hacked from somebody in Russia, from the UK, and Hong Kong. So I don't even know. Thank you for the donation on TikTok. I can't see your name. It's so much of symbols. But you donated the heart. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I wouldn't be surprised either if they try to attack me on live, because that's when they got me, guys. They got me while I was live streaming. Because they thought like, oh, if he's live streaming, he won't be able to know that we're hacking him. And it worked, because you guys had to tell me I was being hacked. But yeah, so they would be the type to like, I'm over here live streaming, and I'm over here in the middle of welding, have the dang hood on my face down, and then they pull up or something. I mean, I'm already paranoid now, because obviously what I do is what I do. Thank you for the badge, Volks2167 on Instagram. I appreciate you. And I just, like, sometimes when I'm welding, I just look up, because I just, like, get a feeling like the hair stands up on the back of my neck. It's like an intuitive thing, like somebody might be there. And I always check. I never just, like, be like, no. I always check every time. Because I feel like that's the perfect time, right? I'm live streaming. You know I'm live streaming and welding. I have a hood on. My face is down. I'm occupied. It's loud. And they just pull up, and they're right there. I look up, and they're like, 12 big black men standing around me. Well, guess what? We're gonna flip the cards, because the 12 big black men will be on their knees. That's what I'm about to put in their mouth. You thought it was the other way around. Just wait. You don't know who I am. I am John Wick. I'm the black John Wick. Right, that's what I'm saying, mate. So anyways, let's get to the reactor, guys. So, thank you guys so much for your donations, because we got valves, okay? Now, you guys always know this right here. I always tell you guys this. Thank you for the $10 donation, Kobe, on the Cash App, $10. He said, for Earth and history. Absolutely. Look, I tell you guys this all the time. But when you donate, you are a part of this project just as much as I am. I'm just a vessel. But we are becoming a part of this together because I'm able to literally do what I do and make what I make and get the parts I need thanks to you guys and your donations. So thank you for the badges. Thank you for the TikTok emojis. Thank you for the Cash Apps, the Venmos, everything. I appreciate you. Thank you for the badge, Black Dad on Instagram. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. So, speaking of this reactor, we got valves. Now, what are these valves, right? Where's my stick so I can show you what we're about to do? So, what these are valves, because the biggest part of this reactor that is going to make it different from all of my other reactors. You see, we have one reactor behind me, my Mark IV. But this reactor is going to be the first ever reactor that is going to be continuous. What that means is we can load plastic into this reactor while it is running. And that is a huge advantage because since we can do that, that will allow us to keep the reactor up to the hot temperatures it gets up to, load plastic in, and it keeps running. So we're saving so much energy versus having to let it cool down, get back up to temperature just to put more plastic in. All right, so we need these things that are called valves to do this because we got somebody that bought a badge on Instagram. Let me see who it was. Competition Frenchies. Thank you for the badge on Instagram. So let me get this valve here closer so you can see. Now, once again, I appreciate everybody for your donations because we got these valves, these expensive valves, thanks to you guys. So we have several pieces of pipes here. These pipes are expensive too, but the valves alone are like $150 a piece because these valves are pneumatically controlled. That means we can pump in compressed air into this and it will allow it to open. So if you look inside of this thing right now, you see inside, it's closed off, right? We pump in the compressed air, it will be open. So in short, you load plastic in. Thank you for another badge competition on Instagram, Competition Frenchies. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you. And thank you all who are donating to the Cash App and buying badges on the TikTok. I got my moderator. Oh, thank you, Giovanni, for paying the Cash App and the TikTok. So listen, guys. We load plastic in from the top, right? Plastic goes in. Boom. See that? The valve cover. Valve opens. And then guess what? So this right here is just one valve. We call this a double valve system because it's two valves, all right? This is another valve over here. So the plastic, okay? I gotta hold this up here because it's heavy and it's gonna fall if I don't. So we open this up, load plastic and open up the valve. Plastic falls down into this glass valve here. I made it glass so we can see the plastic physically falling into the reactor. I think that'll look really cool. And then, guess what? We open up that valve underneath after we close this valve up top. So, once again, go back to the sequence. Load plastic in, open this first valve. Plastic falls down onto the bottom of this valve down here, right? Before we open that valve, to then let the plastic into the reactor, we close this valve up here. So that way, no gases can leak, because all the gases that would leak are going to get stuck by this valve up here. So now the plastic's in, this valve is closed, open the bottom valve, boom. Plastic falls into the reactor while the reactor's running, no leaks. Like I say every time, this machine has no emissions, no waste. And we're not about to get emissions because we're loading plastics in, okay? That's not what we're doing here. That's not the point of what we do. Thank you for the roses on TikTok, Peanut. Thank you, Peanut, so much. So it's called a double valve system. That's what it's called simply. And, you know, there's some better ways we can do this and such. But, and in fact, what I probably will end up doing is I'm going to get more pipes. So the actual whole mechanism of this, let me set it on the ground here, because what's going to happen is it's going to fall off of this reactor if I try to do this here. I don't want this glass to break. Because this is your guys' project just as much as it is mine. So I'm going to make sure I don't waste your money that you donated by breaking this glass. So how this is actually going to be set up is these are going to be together. Now this, we're going to have a coupling welded to the actual reactor itself. Airtight welded, just like I've been doing. So that way, that's not gonna be an issue, and it's not gonna be like bending or falling over. It's gonna be welded, right? Duh. So anyways, you see it here. Have this on the ground, and then this one is gonna go on top of this, right? It's gonna be mounted on top, just like that. And let me go ahead and put this on. So we're using tri-clamp fittings, guys. And those of you that do moonshine or in the brewery business, you know all about these fittings. They are what's up. So let me just go ahead and close this so it doesn't fall. We don't want that to happen. So now you can really see this is what the true valve will really look like. So imagine this on top of the reactor. The reason why it's not up there is because it's going to fall if it does, and then things are going to break and get scratched. We want it to look at least new up until the point we run it. Once we run it, it will no longer look new. It'll immediately get dirty the first day, but that's okay. Okay, it's like when you get a new tool. You know the tool is going to get dirty, but you at least want it to look new the day you get it, right? So anyways, we have a lid up here at the top. So look, in fact, I will give you a visual demonstration because I got a piece of plastic over here too. Okay, piece of plastic. This is the best way to do it, right? Unfortunately, I don't have compressed air on me right now, so I can't open these valves. But look, this valve right now is closed, but we're gonna pretend like we're gonna open it. So we put plastic at the top. Boom. Okay. Now that plastic is gonna end up falling down here, or all the way down here actually. We close this valve at the top, close the lid back at the top for another measure of security. So it's kind of a triple valve, really. Open this valve at the bottom, and the plastic is gonna fall into the reactor and get gang banged by microwaves. Because we're gonna have 12 microwaves in here. It's gonna be the equivalent of running a house for a day. So this machine is gonna have to run off of some big generators. So now let me tell you another issue though. Because I kind of just mentioned it by saying that. Let's move this thing. So that way it can always be in the shot, in it. You always want this thing in the shot. So, I mentioned the plastic is going to get gangbanged by microwaves. And that is probably the most scientific way I can say it. There really isn't any more formal or more of a nice way to say what's going to happen to these plastics. Unfortunately for the plastic, right? That's just what's going to happen. But the issue with that is that since the plastic is going to get in there and it's going to just get boom, 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 what's going to happen is it's going to turn to vapor super quick. Because you also have to remember, unlike in my last machine, let me rewind the clock a little bit. Let me Thanos this a little bit. Let's go back in time, okay? When I would run my Mark IV reactor that you see behind me, it would start cold. Well, not 0 degrees, but whatever the temperature was outside, it would start cold. Room temperature. As soon as I turned the microwaves on, okay? As soon as I turned the machine on, a ton of pressure would form because the microwaves work so efficiently. They turn the plastic into vapor pretty much instantly, and then the heat just goes up so quick. So, mind you, that's with the machine being cold. Mark 4.5 is already going to be hot. And there's going to be even more microwaves. And we're loading plastic in. So there's going to be a massive spike in pressure as soon as we load the plastic in. Now, the actual operating pressure of these machines is pretty low because there's always an output pipe. You see Mark IV as the output pipe? This is going to have the same one. It's going to be even bigger. There's always an output pipe, so there's no way pressure can just continuously build up. But it can be pressure spikes, and that's why I tell you guys, we have to get these really good welds. We have to get really good high-temperature seals and gaskets because we can blow something up easily. Because when you load that plastic in, and those microwaves bombard it, and the heat bombards it, it's going to jet up with pressure almost instantaneously. And in fact, I sometimes even worry about this glass. This glass, I need to make sure it's rated for good pressure, okay? Because this whole section is going to be pressurized. These valves are going to be tested. Everything, every seal, every leak. I mean, not every leak, but every seal and every flange and every weld will be tested when we load these plastics in the reactor itself. And that is why I tell you guys all the time, okay, you want to build a plastic to fuel reactor at your house like I have. Okay, go ahead, build one. Well, build a regular one. Build a propane reactor, a reactor that runs off of a flame. Unless you not only know how to weld, but you know how to weld good. Stay away from the microwaves when you start, because there are so many different types of gaskets and welds that have to be done properly to get this done right, to a position where you're not going to hurt yourself. Because even in Mark IV, I've had minor pressure explosions happen, okay? Minor. Not huge ones, but Mark IV is also pretty small. Mark 4.5 is 3 times the size. So I'll be honest with you guys, I'm kind of scared of it, okay? And I'm not even talking about the electricity side of it. I'm kind of scared of the pressure side of it because, for example, you see these blocks on Mark IV. These are called waveguides. This is how the microwaves get into the chamber itself, right? Now the waveguides have a certain gasket on them that allows microwaves to get in, but allow nothing else to leave out. But those gaskets can sometimes pop off under so much pressure, because I'm still optimizing them to be the best. Thank you for the roses on TikTok. I was trying to see your name. Let me scroll up a little bit. Thank you for the roses, for the donations, Black Scorpio, and thank you, who else? Mars. Thank you for the donations, Mars. He said I'm gonna blow himself up. No, I haven't blown myself up to this point, but I have shocked myself. I used to be white, now I'm black because I shocked myself, right? I used to have long blonde hair, and now I got locks because I shocked myself so bad, man. All my hair started twisting together, and then my skin just like started to just get cooked. It was a rough day. December 1997. December 13th, 1997, mate. It was a rough day, all right? Thank you for the donations, Devin. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to catch up with all these donations on the TikTok here. Devin, thank you. Who else? Drinking Brewski, thank you. Fungus, thank you. Ralph, thank you. Drinking Brewski, thank you again. Thank you guys all so much for donating. I appreciate you all for your contributions to Earth, humanity, and history. Thank you, Giovanni, for keeping the Cash App up there. You said Michael Jackson reversed. You know, look. Look, guys, things happen when you deal with these types of issues, okay? There are explosion risks, electrical risks, fire risks, and we're just talking about running the machine. We're not even talking about distillation. Mari, thank you for the roses. Quill, Iconical, thank you for the donations on TikTok. Jane, thank you for the $5 on Cash App. I appreciate you all so much for your donations. Thank you all, guys. Appreciate you. Yeah, Geo for sure, Memory. Geo is the GOAT on TikTok there. Have you ever been intrigued to tasting some of that plastiline? Yeah, you know, I have been intrigued by tasting it, you know, just like I've been intrigued my whole life. Like I always wanted to just go ahead and taste gasoline and motor oil and diesel. And, you know, I just can't wait to go like put some crude oil in a Capri Sun and just slurp it up. I just can't wait to drink this stuff. Wow. It's going to be delicious. Why are my glasses fogging up? It must be the CIA. It must be the Russians, guys. Astounding. Doing anything industrial yet? Listen, this right here is the last machine we're going to make before we go industrial. Okay? The reason why we have to make this machine continuous, the reason why we have to make this machine operate off of the fuel or operate off of plastic going in while it's running is because when we make these industrial machines, we have to do the same thing. It has to be continuous to work. Let me tell you the difference between a continuous and batch machine. Batch machine, at most, 5 tons of plastic a day, at most. Continuous, 15, 20, 30 tons of plastic a day. Okay? You said it's been 4 years, little child. Hey, let me tell you something. You see what's behind me? You see, these are trees behind me. Trees have very, very deep roots. In fact, they say for every inch a tree grows tall, the roots grow just as deep. It takes time to do something right. If you want to rush it and mess it up, we got $10 from Phantomos. Wait, let me say your name right. Phantomas Fanto on YouTube. Thank you for the $10 donation so much, Fanto. I appreciate your contribution to Earth and History with the super chat on YouTube. Thank you, man. Jab pulling out the LinkedIn quotes. Hey, it's real talk though. Good things truly take time. Name me one thing that is amazing and the best it could be that was built overnight. Nothing. I've been at this for almost 4 years. Yes. And we're finally making it continuous. But guess what? The worst thing I've done is reversed my race. I've never actually cut my arm off with an explosion or something, okay? The worst thing I've done is shocked myself and turned black, okay? That's the worst thing I've done, guys. The most damage I've taken, because I take my time and make sure I do it safe. It's terrifying when you turn on these electricity things, man. These transformers. Oh, speaking of that, guys, I always like to do this every live stream. Yeah, exactly. We've come a long way, and in fact, we've got to a point now where most people in live streams don't even remember me from years ago now. Most people don't even remember, weren't even here from the OG days when I first started posting on TikTok. Thank you, Jay, for the donations on TikTok. We got a Cash App $7 from Sam S. Thank you so much, Sam. He said, for appreciation for you. I appreciate you, Sam, truly. Look, I tell you guys this all the time, but I appreciate you because this is our project. This is not me. We are building it. That's why I'm showing you guys me build it, because it's us. We together want these plastics out of the ocean. We together want to stop having pollution in our world. We together want to back something and back somebody that's doing something. I'm just a vessel of all of our beliefs and all of our motivations put together. And that's why I'm saying this is our machine. That's why I'm literally showing you. That's why I'm writing a book where I'm going to have blueprints for multiple machines in my book that you can buy, and they'll be out there forever in all of history and the ethers. So you'll forever know how to build these machines. You're building one too. See, look. Dead Prez on YouTube said he's building one too. That's exactly why I say to you guys every time. That's the whole point of what I do. The whole point of what I do is not... So my machine is the #1 and the only monopoly machine. I want people to build these. I want Max Volsi, 7 with the $1.75 on Cash App. He said, this is all I got right now, but I love what you're doing. Max, I appreciate it all. No matter what, how much it is, whatever, I appreciate that you support this project to such a level that you feel inclined to donate. So thank you so much, Max. I appreciate you so much, man. Listen, guys, I want people to make these things. I want people to literally go out, be ambitious like I was, and build these. I don't care if that means, oh my goodness, there's gonna be competition, I'm not gonna get all the money. Oh my goodness, somebody's gonna steal my machine, my patent, my design. Who cares? We want all of humanity to come together. If you be greedy and selfish and try to hold on to everything yourself, of course, we're gonna be stuck in the same place we were. It's gonna be another big shell, another big BP, another big evil company. That's boring. I want people to know how to make this. Come on now. So I'm telling you, I'm making a book. I'm writing a book, guys, and the blueprints are going to be in the book. Come on now. I mean, they're already on YouTube anyway. Hey, thank you for the ice cream cone on TikTok, Young Nesh. Who else donated? I'm trying to find it. You said, where's your British accent? I don't have an accent. People all the time want to come in my comment sections and tell me that I have a bloody accent. I don't have a bloody accent. How many times do I have to tell you guys? Crikey. I don't have a bloody accent, man. I'm just bloody talking. Goodness gracious, mate. Always want to have some type of bloody accent. Actually pissing me off, mate. Actually pissing me off, because I don't have a bloody accent. I'm just talking, dude. I'm literally just educating you on what I'm bloody doing. And they're going to say, refocus, hey, what's his bloody accent? I don't have a bloody accent, mate. I'm just talking. I'm educating. I'm telling you what we do. You know what I'm saying, mate? That's it. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for this valve system, for your donations. I'm very transparent. I always tell people this all the time, but, you know, this is my passion right now in my life, so I want to do this, whether I'm on showing it online or not. You know, I was doing this for years before I was even online, when I was completely using all my own money for it. So ultimately, you guys are certainly speeding it up and expediting it and helping so much. And I really appreciate it because, you know, making this machine continuous has been a dream of mine. It's truly been a dream of mine for so long. I've heard that plastic pyrolysis isn't a clean form of energy. Isn't your machine using it? So you said it isn't a clean form of energy. Well, okay, so here's the truth. When we make the oils out of these machines, if you take that oil the way it is, it's not clean. No, it's not. It's like crude oil. Crude oil isn't clean energy. You go burn crude oil, you destroy everything in a 5-mile radius. Not literally, but thank you, Kaylin, for the donations on TikTok. If you go burn raw crude oil, it's not good. It's a ton of dirty emissions. But if you refine crude oil through distillation and put it through the catalytic converters and the cat crackers, then we get gasoline out of it that's good to burn in a car. And I'm saying we do the same thing with this. So yeah, you're right. The raw oil we get is pretty much crude oil. You don't want to just burn that in an engine. You want to distill it and reform it, like we already do the crude oil anyway, and then put it in your car. You know, that's what we've been doing. So, yeah, to answer that question, that's a pretty simple answer. And you guys know that because I talk about all the time the distillation. Thank you for the heart. It's a cross. Yes, that's all your name is, a cross emoji on TikTok. I talk about the distillation of the oils all the time. You have to distill the oils. If you don't distill the oils, not only do you not know what you're getting out, because I always tell you guys, we make a mix of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel from plastic waste. It's not just one or the other, a mix. Oh, you have a good day too, one pH. And the only way, so if we have a mix, how can I tell you? Oh, we're putting diesel in the diesel truck. We're putting gasoline in the gasoline wheat whacker. Because we refine it and distill it. So then we know individually, okay, this is just gasoline, just diesel. These plastic waste is so much of a mixed waste stream. No matter how you put it, if we're going to tackle ocean plastics, that not only will be tons of different types of plastics, but tons of contaminants on the plastics, the only way that we can make viable fuel that's clean and can be used in cars is to refine it and distill it. That's period. There's no other way that we can do it, guys. So distillation is an absolute must. And, you know, I see it the same as crude oil. And then people say, okay, well, you have to distill it. But if you distill it, that's even more energy towards distillation. No, not necessarily, because this process not only makes gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, coal, it also makes natural gas from plastic too. The coal can be used to run the distiller, or the natural gas can be used. I'm going to be using the natural gas to run the machine itself. Because like I said, we're going to run this machine off of generators. That's really the only way we can. Unless we're in an industrial warehouse with big boy 440 plugs or something. We're not. So we're going to have to run it off of a generator that can get up to about 12 kilowatt output. But I'm going to be able to then run the natural gas product into the generator itself. It's a tri-fuel generator. And then we're going to be able to run the machine off of the electricity generated from running the generator off of the fuels that the machine creates. See what I'm saying? So that's my real goal for Mark 4.5, because we were actually about to do that with Mark 4, then we had the electrical fire happen last year. We're not far from it, because we did an experiment with Mark 4. We calculated the energy input, 25 kilowatt hours of electricity in to run it for a 5-hour batch, and the output was 48.8 kilowatt hours, and most of that was actually in the natural gas product. So then the question became like, okay, we're getting a lot of natural gas out, so much so that it exceeds the actual energy input on an electrical basis. Why not run it off of a generator and at least see? Now the thing is, when you take your energy and then you put it into an engine, engines have a certain efficiency, like 50% at best. So you actually have half as much as you think. So we need to get triple or quadruple the energy output on Mark 4.5 if we truly want to run it 100% on itself. If we truly want to have a good Ouroboros, a good fellatio of energy with Mark 4.5, we want it to suck itself off. It has to make triple to quadruple the energy output to account for the inefficiencies of an internal combustion engine. So we have no option but to make it more efficient. And what's the best way to make it more efficient, to make it not only bigger, but also continuous as well. So that's what we're doing, both of those things. You can already tell, you guys are only seeing half of it, a fraction of it right now, but it's approximately 3 times the size of Mark IV. It's a bigger diameter, and on top of that, it will be continuously operated. So that's what it is. It's problem solution, guys. And for those of you, my YouTube guys are the real OGs because they've been around, they've been consistent. So you guys on YouTube, remember, my first machine was just pretty much a pipe that you loaded plastic in, turn on microwaves. Nothing crazy about it. It works, but we need to make it better. Next machine blew up, but it was a barrel, a horizontal barrel. You load plastic in, blades spin it around. A major upgrade. Mark IV, next machine, horizontal pipe, load plastic in, blades spin. Now you have more power. It's pressure built up in there. Now it's operating efficiently. Next machine, horizontal pipe, load plastic in, but now you can load plastic in while it's running. We always keep upgrading, and Mark V is going to have upgrades that I don't even know about yet because we're going to learn them when we build this one. See what I'm saying? So that's the goal, and then we're going to, once we build Mark V, the first industrial machine, I assume, Mark V, it'll be either Mark V or Mark VI. They'll be the last Marks. Then it's going to be the actual machine itself that's going to be sold. So we're almost there, guys. For those of you on YouTube, you guys know, because we've been at this for a few years now, and we're finally getting closer than ever. So it's very exciting. Give it a year or two. And you said that water bottle was big as hell. Yeah, so are my balls in your mouth. Don't question my hydration. Gotta stay hydrated. It's very important. You want to have a mind operating at the proper optimization. So don't question my hydration now. That's why I have such big balls, because I stay hydrated. They're full of water. You said Jab is thirsty? Yeah, from all this talking. Talking to you, bloody bellends, got me so my throat so bloody dry. Come on in. Thank you for the donation on Cash App, the $2 from James. James Machiavel. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate you so much for your contribution to Earth and history. Yeah, so yeah, we're right now, okay, so I'm in Georgia, right? We're in the wet season. Non-stop rain pretty much every day, okay? It's very annoying, very tough. I have to literally schedule when I can weld. It's annoying, okay? So I haven't welded in a few days. You see we got rust on the machine. It's just surface level, whatever. But where we are in the welding process, let me move my cameras. Let me shift them so you guys can see what I'm about to tell you. Sorry, guys. We're live on literally 4 different things right now. Like, literally 4. We broadcast this to the world, so anybody that wants to learn sure can come in and sure can learn. That's the whole goal of what we do. So you can see behind me, this is 3 tanks long right now. This machine is 3 propane tanks long because we did successfully weld on the 3rd propane tank. So you can obviously look at the comparison, the size difference. Okay, look at the size difference. Let me make sure you guys on the Facebook can see too. It's a big boy or a big gal. Okay, it's a big machine. And guess what, guys? I got the notification. The manway is on the way. Now, I know from those of you that are here that may not know what a manway is, you probably heard me say that and you're like, pause. That's a little bit sus the way you just said that. The manway? What is a manway? Well, it's not what you would think, right? It's not a whole bunch of men on their way to my house. But what it is actually the lid. It's the lid for the reactor, okay? Let me move Mark 4.5 because, no, Mark 4, because Mark 4 has a manway on it. This is what the manway is. It is a high pressure lid. This will allow us to access the inside of the machine for maintenance on the blades, for emptying out carbon, for whatever, but also it closes up and forms an airtight seal. There's also high pressure rated because it's stainless steel. That's what a manway is. Not a bunch of men on the way to my house. Okay. Though we might need that as well. Okay. For security purposes. Okay. I'm not talking about what you think I am. We're gonna need security here. We're gonna need 24/7 guards on the lookout. You said control your shaft, homie? Yeah, we gotta definitely control the shaft in this machine for sure. In fact, guys, let me tell you something, okay? Mark IV, and now this is for the more mechanically inclined people. This is a question for anybody in here that's more mechanically inclined, okay? So Mark IV, you see the size of Mark IV, right? Okay. So Mark IV was 3 times smaller than Mark 4.5. So therefore, it's going to have 3 times less blades in there, right? The shaft that the blades rotated on was 5/8 in diameter, pure carbon steel blade. I'm sure it was hardened as well. What diameter shaft should I get for Mark 4.5? Because not only will the blades be bigger, but there'll be a lot more. Should I go up to 1/2 inch? Because obviously we don't want the shaft to like split or you know, completely separate in the middle of running the machine under high torques and pressures. I see 1 inch. I was thinking 1 inch too, but 1 inch also could be overkill. We got $10 on Cash App from Armand. Armand, thank you so much for the $10 on the Cash App. You said I'm a teacher? Well, I'm also being taught. You guys are helping me know. Armand, thank you so much for the $10. Truly, truly. 1 inch. You said, memory said that's thick. You guys are saying, okay, so I'm seeing between 1 inch, half inch, and 3/4. See, here's the thing. We can never go wrong with going too big. Okay? Right? You can never go wrong with going too big, but if you go too small, you would know. Okay? We're already at 5/8 on this one. And this machine is 3 times smaller, but 5/8 was overkill. So my question is 5/8 going to be fine, or do we want to go bigger than 5/8? But you guys are telling me we want 1/2 inch, 3/4, maybe 1 inch. I think 1 inch might be too much. I mean, like, we're going to have to reinforce the inner spiral as well. How old am I? I'm 20 years old. Hey, I'm glad to see all you guys on YouTube. We got quite a few people on the YouTube, more than usual. You said my girlfriend says something else. Well, look, that's between you and your girlfriend. But I'm talking about reactors here and machines and things that are going to get the plastic out of our oceans. So, you know, we're doing different things here in the world. Sullivan's Show, thank you for the $2. I wish you the best, my friend. Help clean our world. Absolutely, Sullivan, I guarantee you. And I appreciate your donation, truly. So yeah, okay. I guess we're gonna do at least half an inch. We got $40 from Mr. Thomas J on Cash App. He donated. He said for the future. Mr. Thomas J, thank you so much. You are contributing to the future and to history. I appreciate your donation. It means so much to me, and it's all going to the project. So thank you all so much. You said you missed the joke, bro. I know what the joke was. There was no bloody joke, man. There was no bloody joke. Joshua, thank you for the $20 for engineering, black excellence, and motivation. Thank you so much, Joshua, for the $20 donation on Cash App. Let me tell you what the joke is, mate. The joke is this right here. Okay? If this shaft is not big enough, it's going to split in half, right? We got $5 on Cash App from Elijah Ruark. Thank you for the $5 donation, Elijah. If the shaft is not big enough, it's going to like shiver. It's going to shear under torque. Okay? And that's facts. That's period. So we have to come up in here and we need to discuss what the proper size shaft is. And you're over here talking about your biological shaft. We don't care about your biological shaft right now. Because if we're worried about your biological shafts, we're not going to focus on this. This is going to split in half while it's running, and it's going to blow up, okay? Because then there's going to be a whole bunch of pressure that explodes out where the shaft was, and it's going to be an absolute bloody catastrophe. So I don't care about what your biological shaft and your girlfriend is right now, mate. We got bigger fish to fry. And if you bring up your girlfriend in here, you're about to have bigger balls in your mouth, too, because they're going to be mine. We want to talk about some I'm just playing with you, man. Anyways. Yeah, I know what joke make, okay? I know. You need a custom shaft with thicker sections for load absorption. Now, no. Let me tell you guys, it won't actually be that much torque on it. It won't be that much. So I think, like, you know, I think 5/8 would work, but we have to also understand this is going to be operating under high temperatures. The high temperatures will make the steel a little bit weaker. So we do want to go above and beyond in terms of how we make sure it's secure and will hold up and is not going to fail on us at any point. I've never had the shaft fail on me on Mark 4. We don't want the shaft to fail on Mark 4.5. So I think 1/2 inch will definitely be the answer. Because 1/2 inch is pretty dense, like, you know. In fact, here's the thing too. The shaft is only in the beginning because we used a shaftless auger system, right? So the shaft is only in the beginning. Once the shaft goes into the reactor and hooks up to the blades, there's no more shaft. So, you said you're 12. Hey, I'm very glad to have you in here, and that you are a part of this project in history. So thank you so much for your support. You said if it's a 1-inch diameter, you probably could do aluminum. Exactly, but we're talking about steel. So steel, of course, is so much more dense and stronger than aluminum. So, you know, obviously, let's just go ahead and get a good 1/2 inch steel shaft. And we don't have to worry about any of that type of thing, right? Thank you guys for your insights on that. How you want to protect yourself from people in the live that will steal your idea? Listen, I'm literally showing you how to build my idea online. So it's not called stealing. It's just called you just seeing somebody build it and being inspired and build your own. I'm literally welding this thing on live, showing you all the valves and pipes I'm using. There's no gatekeeping, nothing hidden. It's all open, you know? Okay, see, now I'm happy when I started talking about shafts, because now you guys talk about your 12 inches long and weird stuff. See, we're trying to, this is what I'm saying, because we're trying to have this science conversation right now, and this is all you're thinking about. Turn this into a damn sausage party or something, because we're trying to talk about the reactor, guys. You show how you make it. Yeah, in my book, I'm going to put blueprints. How does it work on actual chemistry? Okay, so the chemistry of this is this right here. Plastic is made of crude oil. Plastic is essentially the solid form of crude oil, right? So, in the process of pyrolysis, which is when you break something down with heat without oxygen, right? You said, I didn't want to start that wave, sorry. You're all right, Rodnick. It was, you know, people took the flame and ran with it. So, you know, clearly that's what happens. But I already knew that was going to happen when I started talking about shafts. Because think about it. People are going to join in on the middle of the live stream and they hear me talking about shafts and how thick shafts are and how strong we want them to be. And people are just going to think that we're talking about something else. But we don't, little do they know, we do not participate in this degeneracy in my class. We have strict punishments. We have strict punishments to everybody who doesn't pay attention to my class. I'm just saying. We have strict punishments. In fact, I'll say right now, the next person that is in my chat and says something about the wrong type of shaft, you will be forced to watch Drake OnlyFans. You will be forced. I will make you watch. I will peel your eyes open. You will watch Drake's OnlyFans, and that's just period. You can't stop it. All right? That's your punishment. Now it's gonna stop, just like that. So, thank you for the roses, Aya, on Aja, on the TikTok there. So let's go back to what I was saying. Stay blessed, brother. Be careful. They're watching you. Anonymous said. Instead, just use copper pipe. Copper pipe for the machine itself. It's very difficult to work with copper. I'm not a copper welder. Copper welders are a different breed. Look, a good welder is already a different breed, let alone a copper welder. Yeah, exactly. 1, 2, 3. You be quiet. I know you don't want Drake's OnlyFans in your eyes. I know you don't. See, that works every time. The age-old trick, baby. The age-old trick. How much did it cost to make this? Right now, hey, we got $10 from Joshua on Cash App. $10, he said, for the Mark 4 project. Thank you so much, Joshua. Yes, Mark 4.5, baby, on the way. How much did it cost to make? Well, Mark 4 behind me was about 10,000. Mark 4.5, I'm estimating 20,000. And you know, with some sort of bracing, you may be able to run a 1/4 inch. Just a thought. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, the shaft does not need to be all that thick because it's steel. And honestly, I know like this machine is large, the blades will be large, but most of the weight of the blades ends up just being dispersed on the machine because the blades rest on the belly of the machine. Yes, mate, from the UK. Hey, what's up? I just got hacked from people from the UK and Russia. So I don't know, mate, if you're in on it, but you need to tell your G's to chill out a little bit, go get some fish and chips and stuff, mate, instead of trying to hack me, right? The lid and the valves are a big cost, exactly. So, like I said, these valves. Look, I'm gonna hold this up. You guys look to the untrained eye. You're like, oh, that's just some pipes, just some stainless steel. This right here, almost $400 of pipes. What I'm holding right now. Stuff it, and I got more to get. I have a lot more to get because that's just the valves. We have pipes that need to come off of this and need to go into our condensers. We need to get the actual condensers. So all of the plumbing on this machine is going to be $1,000 on the low end. On the low end, okay? $1,000 on the low end. I already have a patent. I already have a patent filed. You said you need to patent your idea. Patent already filed on my next machine, Mark 5. You said that's pocket change. Well, I mean, look, honestly, for what this machine is and what it does, it is pretty cheap. To be able to make your own gasoline at home, it's not really that expensive. You're right. It is kind of pocket change from that sense, because most scientific things in labs, a single part is like $10K. I'm telling you, we built the whole thing for $20K. So that's why, you know, the donations do mean so much to me, because it's like, you know, it really does go far. Even when somebody donates $1, you know, $1 is, well, it's like 0.1% of 1,000, but still, like, we're getting there, because I really try to be as efficient with my dollars as possible. Thank you, Grill, for the roses. Like, for example, we have 3 propane tanks here, but this first one, the rusty one in the middle, that was a scrapyard propane tank. So far we've collected about 8 microwaves. About 3 of them were most of them were microwaves from the scrapyard. About 3 of them I bought from Facebook Marketplace for like $15-20. Thank you for the roses, Electron, and thank you for the lightning, Courtney, on TikTok. I appreciate you guys for donating on TikTok. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Did he say $400 is expensive? Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, like, it's expensive when it comes to the sake of for just some pipes, you know, because this is one section of the machine. You got to remember, we still have to build the legs on the machine. We still have to put the outlet pipes on the machine. We still have to build all the electronics box on the machine. We got to get the condensers. We got to get the storage tanks for the oil. Probably have to be some totes, like some IBCM totes. There's a long list of things to get for this machine to work properly. And for just a single section of pipes to cost $400 is like, you know, this small little section. This is in the beginning of the machine, you know. For that to be $400. And I in my mind, of course, know everything we need. That's why I'm like, it's definitely like 20,000, because there's just one section that's $400, and that's just one part. This whole valve system, I'll say it like this. This right here costs more than all these propane tanks I have put together. I'll put it like that. And this is just for one little section of the machine. And then we have many other sections that are small like that, but very expensive like that too, relative to how much area they take up. Because we're going to do it right. We're going to make sure that we get the parts that are optimal. That's why I use these propane tanks, because they're thick, they're rated for pressure. We're not going to have to, as long as I weld good, we're not going to worry about the propane tanks blowing up. I get these good valves used in breweries and from the Moonshine Brothers themselves, and we don't have to worry about leaks. We don't have to worry about having an issue trying to find gaskets. We don't have to worry about corrosion. See, we get the good stuff. Use the oils for a house generator. Yeah, this machine is going to be ran off of a whole house generator, essentially. 12 kilowatt hour generator. Not 12 kilowatt hour, but 12 kilowatt generator. 15 kilowatt generator. Let me check YouTube. It's so cool that you're doing this, Jackson Williams said. It could actually change the world. Do you have college education? I do not. You're in electrical engineering. I do not have college education. In fact, I've been doing this. You said, can I be Tyreek Malik on the TikTok? Yes, you can be mod, but there's some things you have to do to be mod. For one, you have to join the live streams to be active. If you're not active on my TikTok, I will kick you out. I guarantee you, I promise you I'll kick you out. And for two, you have to help Giovanni keep the Cash App pinned in the TikTok live stream, okay? If you could do those two things, then yes, I'll make you mod. But I guarantee you, if you're not active, you will be kicked out. I've kicked out so many people because they're like, oh, I promise I'll be active. I promise. Bye. Don't be lying to NatureJab. If you're not active, then don't be in here. Don't say you want to be mod. You know what I'm saying? Because people be lying to my face and say I want to be mod. Thank you for the $2.53 on Cash App. Rico Money. I appreciate your contribution to the project. Thank you so much, Rico Money. So yeah, thank you all for wanting to be a mod though, Tyree Malik. We got $5 on Cash App from Walter Crawford. Walter Crawford, thank you so much for the $5 on Cash App. Some people actually, that reminds me, some people call me Walter Black, right? And I say that's inaccurate. And I say that because I tell people I used to be white until I got shocked. So technically, I'm Walter White, right? I'm not Walter Black, but some people call me that anyway, right? Just saying. When is your book coming out? I want the book to be out, early to mid-April. Early to mid-April, I want the book. You know, I'm writing that thing, you know. I'm doing a couple of pages a day. I'm a professional troll popper. What is a troll popper? I know we're on the internet, so I doubt it's anything good. How much have you raised for Mark 4.5 so far? Ooh, that's a good question. Because the donations come in on all different forms. We got $11 from Memory on Cash App. Thank you so much. For the bloody shaft. Well, thank you for contributing, because we will have to buy that shaft for this machine. Because like I said, I don't currently have a half-inch shaft in my reservoir. As you saw. We got $10 on Cash App from Simone Woods. Thank you so much, Simone Woods, for the Cash App donation. It means so much to me. You're amazing. You're amazing for your contribution to Earth, humanity, and history. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you all so much. A troll is a problem user in the chat. Oh, that's what you mean. I thought you were saying, like, I don't know. I was thinking something weird when you said popper. Maybe you should just say you're a troll stopper. Or like you're a troll... Oh no, guys, my TikTok just like maybe using that weird verification thing. Like it made me like push a puzzle piece. I hope that it's not meaning that somebody's trying to break into my account. I'm low-key paranoid, guys. Cause like, come on now. You all know what two-factor authentication is. You all know how annoying it is having to get all these texts on your phone to just log in. I have all that and I got completely hacked, completely bamboozled. So now I'm paranoid anytime I see anything pop up because I'm like, somebody could probably be in my account and I might not even be notified. Like I was before, even though I had two-factor authentication. Like some absolute nonsense. We got $10 super chat from old guy doing stuff on YouTube. He said, greetings from Spain. I've been recycling e-waste for 20 years. I have all the stuff to make a small system. Looks pretty straightforward, but if I run into problems, will you do donation consulting? Absolutely, old guy doing stuff. In fact, speaking on that, we're getting this set up, but on naturejab.com, we're going to set up a consulting place where if you want to speak to me, you can consult me. Maybe you're building your own machine. Maybe you want to know more how it works on like a deeper level than I ever go on online. We're going to set that up soon on naturejab.com. So look forward to that. But also, I will tell you this, old guy doing stuff on YouTube. You can also become a Patreon member, and you have access to be able to talk to me. Or you can become a subscriber on Instagram. You could be on our group chat, have access to talk to me. So yeah, obviously those are the best ways. But I will also have the consulting thing getting on soon as well. Because a lot of people always want to email me and like want to have conversations. And you know, I have to get these things in the system, in the calendar and stuff. And I definitely want to make sure that everybody that does want to talk and have questions, does want to, you know, be consulted on this process, sure can. So we'll definitely get that stuff set up for sure very soon, guys. So yeah, book coming out. The book is coming out, like I said, mid-April. And in the book, I'm gonna, you know, go through my history of all the machines I've made. But I'm also going to thank you for the cap on the TikTok. Who put the cap in there? Malcolm, thank you for the donation. Thank you, Grilled, for the roses. So in the book, of course, I'm gonna talk about how, you know, my process of building the machines, my backstory, my history, whatever. Who cares? But I know what you guys actually care about. We're gonna put blueprints in the book too. The blueprints to the first basic simple machine you could build with $100. My first microwave machine that you can build with very minimal welding experience, and then Mark IV, which is gonna be advanced. You gotta have advanced welding experience. Thank you, Malcolm, for the donations on TikTok. Thank you, who else? Nail, it's not Nails. Manifest for the donation on TikTok. Thank you, Grilled again. Thank you, Electron, on TikTok for the donations. So I know that's what you guys want. It'll be in the book. Three blueprints. 3 blueprints in one book. And it's going to be a very inexpensive book as well. I'm looking, you know, of course, things come up about when you got to put it all in, but I want to make the book like $24.99, something like that. You get 3 blueprints. What can I say? Malcolm, thank you for the donations on TikTok. I think that's great opportunity, great deal, because even if you don't know how to build, you just keep it on your shelf. And then you will always know how to build a microwave pyrolysis reactor and conquer the world. Have you tried pulling a vacuum at different bars to see how the efficiency changes your production? I have not tried a vacuum because the vacuum will exploit any leak you have. If you have a pinhole in your weld, if you have a gasket that is not sealed properly, you pull a vacuum and it will very much make itself evident. If we have a vacuum on this machine and it sucks in oxygen, we'll have oxygen being sucked in, mixing with hot and flammable vapors. That is literally a bomb. Literally a bomb. So vacuums are something that, you know, I do want to test out, but I really have to be careful because I don't want to be the one to figure out that my vacuum failed, that my welds or gaskets failed under a vacuum, because that's literally how you blow up. Can you accept? I have a question. I also love your videos. J. Ralph, we're going to be doing a Q&A a little bit later tonight. You'll be able to join in on the Instagram Live on Discord and be able to come in and ask questions, and that'll be the whole point of the whole Q&A. Right now, I'm really more of just hot-shotting around, just reading random comments, seeing what people are saying, just talking about it more than anything. We're going to for sure pressure test it. We're going to hydrothermal pressure test. I mean, not hydrothermal, hydrostatic pressure test, and then compressed air too. But the vacuum kind of scares me because just the idea of like sucking in oxygen. Because here's the thing, right? Would you read it, Jab? Yeah, I read my own book, of course. I'm writing it. I have to read it like 3 million times to make sure it's good. Send you hundreds if you can make it in front of us. Oh, you said you would send $100 if you can make it in front of us. No, I'm not going to make it in front of you because we're building the next one. So this one is not plugged in. And that's just what it is. But I do tell people this all the time. If you do want to see the machine running, YouTube channel, NatureJab, over 100 videos of the machine being built and running. Irrefutable evidence that this is what it is. But as I say, these live streams, we are building the next machine. I usually am welding or something on live stream. However, today, I just wanted to sit down and chat because it's been a second. But once this next machine is running, of course we're going to run it live. Of course. I can't wait. You know, sometimes that can bring issues because since we are using microwaves conflict with Wi-Fi and your phone signals. Sometimes the live stream gets a little bit choppy. But I remember when we had Mark IV and also Mark II, we go live all the time with them running. And the good thing, here's the thing. When these machines are running live, there's really nothing to see. Because the plastic is being turned to fuel inside this metal container. It's getting turned into the oils outside of it, into a condenser, into a completely closed container. But this machine is going to be different. Because we're going to have glass valves, glass pipes. So you guys will literally see the plastic going in, and you will literally see as the oils are pouring out. It's gonna be so cool. I cannot wait to see that. They call it sight glasses. So we have, the same type of pipe fitting that we have for the valves. That's what the pipes that are gonna come off where the vapors are gonna be. And yes, you will see the oils dripping down. I can't wait to get that shot on camera. That is gonna be rad, mate. Absolutely rad. Yeah, W super chat for sure from old guy doing stuff. I appreciate you so much, man. 3 for 1. Yeah, exactly. The book is gonna be a 3 for 1. You're gonna get blueprints for 3 machines, as well as my whole story and backstory, and how it worked and how I learned it, whatever. The sources of how I did my research as well. All this in the book. The book is gonna be amazing value because, as I say, I am not here to gatekeep. I'm here to educate and let people know what's up with the process and what's up with what we're doing. That's why I go live and I'm showing you how I build it. That's why we have YouTube videos, over 100 YouTube videos of the machine being built and running and the whole process, because we're here to show the world. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the roses. Big Carrot on TikTok. You can use the oil in any modern engine. So anything that runs off of engines or fuels, you could use the oil for. Hello, Julian. Was there an exact moment where you realized this is what you want to do? Yeah, it was when I figured out it was possible. And this was, thank you for the badge on Instagram, Zach. So this was a few years ago at this point. I was in welding class, plastic problems. When I started to do my research and figure out that plastic can be turned into fuel, because I always wanted to solve an issue in the world. Problem solution. Excuse me there. And I always wanted to do something about the plastic problem because it seemed like nothing was being done, right? So as soon as I figured out that plastic can be turned back into fuel and it came from fuel, that's when I figured out that's what I want to do. All right? That's what I figured out. Just like that. And at that point, it's just like a done deal. So the tie is crazy. I don't know if that's a compliment or insult, but thank you. I'm going to take it as a compliment. Because I love this tie. It's one of my favorites. How do you keep time to do all this alone? Just perseverance, man. Being out here every day. Like, you guys know, I go live almost every day working on this thing. Like, obviously, as one man, I can only do so much. But, you know, I gotta be out here every single day. When it's not raining, of course. When it's raining, then yeah. When the sky wants to be seeding on me, then yeah. But when it's not raining, I'm out here every day working on it. And that's the best way to do it. And honestly, we're not far. I reckon we'll be done, or at least very close to being done, at least to the point where we can have test runs by the end of this month, by the end of March. So around the same time my book comes out, the machine will be done. So that'll be pretty good timing. What state? I'm in Georgia right now. No, these dang Russians come for me. I might have to change everything. I might have to get a fake identity. What's your book about? It's going to be about how I made this machine and how you can make it as well. So what do you do for a living? I do this. This is my full-time job because I believe that we need this, like ASAP. I don't think we have 10 years to wait with the plastics in our ocean. We got to do this right now. So I'm devoting all my time and all my energy towards this. And you guys see it because, like I said, I go live every day. Did you get a degree for this? No. No, I'm self-taught. Online, Google. You should patent it. Patent's already filed. How much for the book? Like I said, I can't give a price right now because things might change, but I want it to be $24.99. But we're gonna see, because you know when you get up to that point, like it depends on how many pages. I don't even know how many pages it's gonna be, and I might want to put a certain cover on it, whatever. We'll see. But I want it to be $24.99 because we did a little general consensus, a vote, and I said, should I make it $20 or $30? People were like $25, so I was like, okay, we'll do $25 and then $24.99. I think that's a great price for how much value you're going to get. We got $5 from Charisma. Charisma, thank you so much for the $5 donation to the project into history. Bro, internet made faithless. Will I be seeing you in Asmon Gold or whatever as a scam in the near future. You know, Frederico, here's the most beautiful thing about what I've done. Okay, let me tell you the most beautiful thing, because I know that we do live in the world full of scammers, and words can be altered and manipulated, right? Of course, those of you that have been here for a while, you know who I am, you know my character, you know my ethics and my morality is my key foundation. But for those of you that don't believe what I'm doing and you do think I might be scamming, the best thing about this is you can just go on Google and search plastic into fuel and see that this is absolutely real technology, real science. That's the best thing. Or you could go on my YouTube channel, NatureJab, and see over 100 videos of it running. In fact, you're already on my YouTube channel, so you can go there. But let's say for some reason you didn't believe my YouTube channel. Just go on Google. Just go on Google, search plastic into fuel. That's all you have to type. You don't have to type any type of scientific word. Pyrolysis, so thermally degrading plastics in the absence of oxygen. Yeah, you don't do any of that. Just plastic into fuel on Google. Boom. That's the best part. So you can know for a fact that this is real. Because I understand why you would be... we got $5 on Cash App. Let me check who's at the $5. We got $5 from Raymond. Thank you so much, Raymond, he said, for the future. I appreciate you, man. It is going to history in the future. So that's the best part, because look, I understand why you would be cautious. I get that, because I, myself, cringe at the degeneracy that goes on in this world and how moralist people are when they have a platform and how they abuse their own audience for their own financial gain. I get that. So I get why you would be cautious, but I'm saying take that same energy and that same due diligence you're trying to do on me and just go on Google and see that this is real science that has thousands of research papers on it. And then you're going to be set and you realize I'm doing something real. And then you're like, okay, you see these thousands of research papers. Now you go on my YouTube channel and it all makes sense to you. Now you see how my YouTube channel is absolutely irrefutable evidence. We got $2 from Brandon. He said, for wheelchair business on TikTok. I don't know what you mean by that, a wheelchair business on TikTok. I guess you're saying you run a wheelchair business? Hey, much power and respect to you. I respect every entrepreneur, every blue-collar worker. I respect everybody that is out here making a living, man. But listen, that's the best part, because you watch my YouTube videos and you don't know what the science is, you might be confused, because I do speak scientifically on my YouTube videos. But if you go out, do your own due diligence, Google plastic into fuel with microwaves, read a few research papers, then go to my YouTube channel. You will see how every single thing I say is lined up with these research papers. Every single thing I do is lined up with research papers. Everything that I do is backed by absolute science. That is the best thing about what I do. Thank you for the badge, Court Laundre on the Instagram. I appreciate you. How much plastic does it take to make a fuel? A liter or a gallon? 20 pounds of plastic to 1 gallon. I don't know the conversion to liters, but you do those conversions. 20 pounds, 1 gallon. 20 pounds, 1 gallon. Nah, bro, it's just that I want to believe. I want you to succeed. I'm just way too hurt at this point. Well, Federico, like I said, I understand, man, and I'm not at all dogging you at all for being questioning, because like I said, there are so many people who abuse their own influence and abuse their own supporters for their own financial gain, so I get where you're coming from. But what I'm telling you is just go on Google, go on my YouTube channel, put the 2 and 2 together, do your own due diligence, and you will see the light as it is. Jacob, thank you for the roses on TikTok. I appreciate you, man, for your contribution to the Earth Project in history. I gotta go take care of my pops. Hey, much respect to you, Jahalda. I don't know how to say your name, man, but I just say Ja. Much respect to you, Ja. Thank you for stopping by. I see you a lot in the Instagram live stream. So much love to you, man. Much love. What's up, Jay Paris on Facebook? In fact, I have now looked at the Facebook chat in a second. Oh, there hasn't been much going on the Facebook. But what's up, everybody on Facebook? Much love, much love. Makes enough sense to me? Yeah, it does make sense, especially to anybody that knew that plastic comes from crude oil. It's just reverse engineering. Thank you for the roses, not Aiden, not Aidon. Thank you, man, thank you. Thank you for the badge, Zach. Another badge, Zach. Thank you so much on the Instagram. Why is microwave pyrolysis better than regular pyrolysis? Efficiency. Thank you, Jay Paris, for your support, man. I appreciate you, man. Efficiency. Hot pocket in an oven. Hot pocket in the microwave. What cooks quicker every time? The microwave. The oven has to heat up the whole body. all the air to heat up your food. Microwave heats up your food directly. That is why microwave pyrolysis is better, because it heats up the plastic directly. It wastes no energy going all around the world, heating up this, heating up that. It heats up what you want it to heat up right away. It's called volumetric heating. That is why microwave pyrolysis is better. Oh yeah, look, my moderators on TikTok, every moderator I have on TikTok, anybody else putting their Cash App in the chat, just mute them, because we don't want people to be confused. We don't want people to be confused and donate to the wrong person thinking they're donating to me. So yeah, we don't want that. Anybody putting their Cash App in the chat and the TikTok, you guys will be muted if you keep doing that, because we're not trying to confuse people around here, okay, guys? So please, just out of respect for the project and me, please stop that, okay? Because we don't need people thinking they're donating to the project when they're donating to somebody else, okay? That's morally messed up. How many megawatts will turn a reactor of 8 magnetrons for 4 hours? Okay, so I think you're trying to say kilowatts, because megawatts are huge, okay? Megawatts are like power plants. Kilowatts. So to run this reactor, it had 3 magnetrons on it for 5 hours, was 25 kilowatt hours. So this reactor is going to have about 12. So let's just say, let's just pretend we multiply this whole number by 2.5. 25 kilowatt hours times 2.5. That's going to be, what is that? Oh no, my brain isn't working with the maths. Oh no. What's 2.5 times 25? Because we know obviously that's 50. Then you multiply, that's 75, right? That's 75, right? It's 75, isn't it? Or is that, am I doing that wrong? Either way, this machine is probably going to consume about 60 kilowatt hours per run. But we don't know how long a run is going to be, though. 75. Yeah, I figured it was 75, but I didn't want to just say a number with confidence, and it's the wrong number. And see, you can see how I did in school. Some people are saying 62.5. Okay, now I'm really confused. Because, okay, I think it's 62.5. Okay. So my estimation was right when I said over 60 kilowatt hours. See, okay, y'all got messed up now. You can see, obviously, you don't have to be very smart to build things in this world, clearly. It's basic maths. So anyways, where was I going with that? Next. Oh, I could have just halved 25. Yeah. Duh. Yeah, clearly you don't have to be very smart, right? So imagine what you guys could do, because you guys clearly are smarter than me. Imagine what you could build if you just had the perseverance and ambition. That's why I wish to inspire above all else, because you guys are smarter than me, and you guys are better at math than me, and you guys would do amazing things. Thank you, Latif, for the roses on TikTok. How much is the price for junk metal over there? I don't know. It depends on what the math is. I mean, what the metal itself is. If it's stainless steel, it's more. If it's carbon steel, it's less. If it's aluminum or copper, it's pretty good. You say, I don't know how to use Discord. Just go on my link tree, naturejab.info. So yeah, we're going to be at about 62 kilowatt hours per run, but it depends on how long every run is, because since this is continuous, so the only reason why this machine ran off of a 5-hour batch is because within 5 hours, that would be how long it took for all the plastic to break down. But since this machine is continuous, the plastic will be continuously breaking down, and it really will be able to run as long as you want it. Thank you, Tats, for the donations. Is that rust? Yes, it is rust, because we had rain come in. Zeus chose to splooge on my reactor, and now we got rust on it. But fortunately, it's just surface level. We'll just grind it off real easy. Ooh, I have a great question for everybody in here. Okay, so this reactor is going to be covered with insulation like Mark IV was. So ultimately, you won't see the color. But what color should we paint it before we put the insulation over it? Because we obviously don't want it to rust, so we got to put some type of paint on it. So what color, guys? Green, red, blue. Okay, yeah, I need to obviously give you an option, because otherwise people will be listing every color of the rainbow. Green, red, or blue? Right? Those are the 3 colors. Green, red, or blue? What should they be? What should it be? See, I'm gonna have to do a poll on my Instagram story. Mark IV was silver. Mark III was green, but Mark III blew up. So I think green, it will look really cool. You said all 3? Blue? I'm seeing a lot of blues now too, but I'm mostly seeing green. It does kind of fit the whole brand and stuff, right? Imagine dressed up like this with a green reactor behind me. Yeah. I think some people are saying black. See, but black is a powerful color though. See, black is powerful. See, black, despite black being such a basic color, black is powerful too. So, I don't know. We're going to do a poll, guys. Clearly, most people are not saying blue. Most people are not really saying red. So, we'll do a poll of like red, green, and black on Instagram story and see like which one gets the most. Because black is powerful. People on YouTube saying green because yeah, we got the logo. NatureJab logo is green too, and obviously we're fighting for nature. Green, yeah. All black. See, all black though. All black is like that's tight though, because all black is like power. You know, like imagine if the president's car was green versus it being all black, right? That when something is all black, it's like, you know, that's why I shocked myself, guys. That's why I shocked myself. And went from white to black, so that way I can be serious. I can be all serious, okay? I'm just playing, but nah. So we're gonna do either green or black. It could be green and black. That might. Ooh, you guys thought about that? Black and green. Yeah, you said black with green. Yeah, black and green, like black, green, black, green, black, black. Ooh, black and green might be what we do. Black and green might be it. Black and green might be what we do, honestly. That I like that because you have that seriousness of black, but still the green accents because we're representing nature. It's just like my website. My website, we did a whole change of my website. We make it black and green. Yeah, green with black accents. Yeah, we're gonna make it black and green. That's what we're doing. But it's gonna be insulated anyway, so you won't even see the color. But you'll see the color when we're painting it and stuff and protecting it from rust. But yeah. Thank you, and thank you to your team. Thank you, Scott, man. I appreciate you, Scott, on Facebook. Yeah, for sure. Green and black is what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Now, how the pattern, I don't know how we're gonna do it. Obviously, that'll come with time. 1K shares. Thank you all for sharing the live stream on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. Add a little window too. See, I'm not gonna add a window because I added a window before in Mark 4. And it had a lot of issues with leaks for one. And then for two, the window is a position of potential shrapnel. How did it rust so fast? Because we had a lot of rain. It's been raining for 3 days nonstop. And these were bare metal welds, bare carbon steel. But it's just surface level though. So like I said, grind it off, do some more welds. We got 3 more welds to do anyway on one of them. Get the manway on, then we'll paint it. Because obviously we don't want it to rust anymore. Hey, I love you back, Jake Brown. I love you back, man. I love you back. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping by the live stream. We're gonna be doing another live stream later today. A live Q&A. A little bit later tonight, it'll either be 6 or 7 p.m. EST. So make sure you join in for that. I'll be letting people in to ask your questions. Instagram, Discord, TikTok. Make sure you're there. And yeah, I'll see you all then. So thank you all so much for stopping by. I appreciate you all. We'll be going back live. And hopefully, I don't think it'll be raining tomorrow. If it's not, we'll be welding again tomorrow. So we do a live stream in the morning of the welding. Or not morning, but midday. So yeah, thank you all so much. You said add some background music. Yeah, the issue with background music is it's kind of hard to do it and not get in trouble with copyright and stuff.